And welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with the Spanish Peninsula campaign. So, I was actually hoping to have this battle as a drop-in battle. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work. Now, I cannot initiate it like this, which is what I would have wanted. For some reason, you can't initiate it against towns, seemingly. Even though it's a 50-50 split. So I'll have to move my troops north and attack this one, and when I do that, then the position of the French and Portuguese troops means that for the reinforcement they're gonna turn up so close to each other that basically what's gonna happen is the Portuguese gonna march in their army, and then right when they're done, the French gonna march in directly afterwards, which kills the French general in the garrison and destroys a lot of his force, and also a lot of the Portuguese. Entirely turned into quite a mess when we tried the drop-in battle, and it crashed also. So yeah, it was not looking well. So I have another idea, since I already have this guy lined up for a drop-in battle. Now, I don't want to do an end turn or anything, because I actually want to finish this bit so that, you know, the Portuguese don't run away and suddenly I'm at disadvantage. I will play this off camera, but I don't have time now. And I got the guy on the line, so we're going to do something else. And what I'm thinking is, I'm actually going to take this army right here, and we're going to purposely walk into this ambush that is in this wood. And we're going to trigger that, and we're going to see if I'm able to turn the ambush into my advantage and crush the French force before they're able to make it up here and take this province, undoing a lot of my current progress. So with that, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to, on purpose, walk into a French ambush if it triggers. Oh, I was worried there for a bit that it wasn't going to trigger. Looks like, I mean, look at that. The collar on his jacket is higher than his face. The dude is half of it is just neck. Giraffe-looking turtle person. It's like a giraffe. No, turtles do have, or at least like the big Galapagos, they have long necks. This is not the nature show. Right. So it outnumbers me 3-1. The thing though is, a lot of it is militia. Most of it is militia. He's only got 2 proper regiments, but it's still 2 good regiments. The 88th and the 76. He's also got 8-pounder and the 26E Dragoon Barry. General's pretty good. Francisco Mina's got also pretty good, but then again, we're looking at an ambush. He'll be able to surround me from all sides. So it's going to be important that I deploy my cannons soon enough. And I do have cavalry to quickly just push out in case he tries to swarm me right off the start. But this is going to be a tough one. 4 infantry against his, like, tons. Right, enough pre-battle talking. This could be turned into an utter disaster and murder a fine general of mine. Or it could be a mediocre victory. To battle, gentlemen. To battle. Right, so we're in the battle. I won't be able to move my troops. Good thing here is my general's got more stars. I can see, as he deploys his troops, I can see where he puts them. So I'll be kinda ready to where to send my guys. Okay, now I don't see them as good. But we could see a little bit. My general can see a little bit of where they are. And unlike most, he's got 3 times as many troops as I do. The thing though is, as we already know, Most of it is made of the militia troops. You know what? I'm not gonna give him the time to set up a perfect setup. I'm just gonna start. And I'm gonna make it... I'm not gonna play into his hand here. We're gonna have to be a little bit cheeky. And I think the important thing for me to do... Okay, so he's putting the cannons on that side. His general is still on this side. His cavalry is there. The key will be to protect the artillery and set the artillery up. Get rid of his cavalry. Which one of my units can form square? Oh, why am I not seeing all of... Why was that... Ooh, did that reset itself when it crashed? Yes, it did. Right, his cavalry is still on that side. Most of his infantry has been moved over here. Boom. Okay, so he's just had time to move his... He just had time to move his cavalry, so that I don't know where it is. Oh, his infantry is starting to move down the hill. Oh, I hear something over there. General. Yeah, he forgot to... He didn't have time to move that guy. We're gonna scout a little bit. Cannon's gonna be key. I don't want to be... I'm gonna move you to the other side of the cannons. You're gonna be moved into there. I'm gonna protect that side. You guys gonna move like so. General over here. I'm only gonna fire canister. Meaning that... No, you know what? They're so far away right now. Or, not far away, but they're gonna have to get so close for me to start to use... Actually, these two are now hidden from his view. And so is this unit, but this one is not. I can see General over there.
Our general is under attack.
Alright, General. Got a bouncy ball on him. I'm gonna take... I'm a little bit surprised that he's not more... Oh, there's the Barry Dragoons, right. I'm surprised he's not as interested in throwing his troops. Okay, my guys have been spotted actually. Could just be that they're out in the open. Thing is, if they attack here, I'm gonna have to charge uphill. I can't see his what's it called? His 8-pounders. I'm worried. Oh, here's troops. We're gonna move. It's important that we save the cannons, but I'm gonna move. He's given me time to move my troops, and so I'm not gonna neutralize his advantage in troop numbers by running away. As soon as these are ready, come on. Oof. They're going high. They're going way too high. Yes. Alright, they're on their way. Alright, the entire army sorted away. You had your chance to spring your ambush, but your chance is now over. He's got a single cavalry unit. The 28 Dragoons Barry, which we can see over there. They're a strong unit. They are a strong unit, so it shouldn't be, you know, just that I have 4 units. It should not be underestimated, the power of that. However, I do still have 4 units. I'm thinking, in my retreat here, we're gonna hide some units, if possible. Get some cavalry units off to the sides, and as we find our final position, I think we'll set up here on the hill actually. That's gonna be good. So I think we're gonna set up with 1 cannon over there and another one over there, and then we're gonna have the infantry kind of spread out around there. He's gonna take his time then to kind of find his way and you know, hit me from multiple angles, but he had his chance to attack me. It's gonna take a while until we actually come to blows with each other again.
Sir, and must rest a while.
Just given the situation here, this unit is moving a little bit slower than the rest. Could end up out of bounds with the rest of them. I'm thinking this is the one that's not gonna hide, but the Volunteers of Madrid is the one we're gonna hide in this woods. And look at this smaller one making its way into the woods over here, and I will be able to hopefully spring that into action against his militia when he least expects it. Where the thing is his timing, being able to hit him as he's conducting his main kind of assault on my position. Right, it's the battle has gone on long enough. There's 20 minutes left of the battle, and I managed to get a cheeky shot off and kill his general. Oh, he's gonna move in large attack columns. You can see them moving through there. And then he's gonna smash through with bayonet charges. Now with that, this general is gonna definitely be harder. And with the Hussars of Navarra coming up his arse, it's gonna be even more difficult. Gonna run my general back to be at the back of the hill here. Okay, okay. Alright, the key here is gonna be to concentrate as much firepower as possible onto that column. And you can see his troops advancing. He's actually breaking this. He's been firing forever, and now he's finally kind of breaking this artillery piece. Thing is, I am gonna upset this column by having a little bit of cavalry right behind here. The thing is, I'm still wondering where the buried dragoons are hiding. Right, here comes my hussars to to get rid of his cannons. It's time to switch to canister.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Okay, these guys are closing in. My hussars just got in. Got rid of his cannons. I don't have to worry about them anymore. His troops here are marching straight into canister. And his rear is no longer secure because of the Hussars of Navarre. So the ambushed, or the ambush, got destroyed. Oh, there they are. Very unexpected. Oh, there goes the canister in. Breaking the grenadiers, leading the charge. I'm gonna see about breaking the rest of these. Oh, he's stopping to fire. These are still continuing. Oh, they're all breaking now. Alright, send in the cavalry. Cavalry going through the middle. In the gaps that I've made. Let's not shoot our own men, shall we? Barry Dragoons. Alright, let's try and reorganize here. He waited so long just to have his general destroyed. Now his cavalry is gonna go around. There's not much I can do to protect against that, unfortunately. But what I can do is I can make sure that his infantry doesn't come back. He's gonna chase the volunteers of Madrid to destruction. He's coming back.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
But is it gonna be enough? Right, I'm gonna pull back because it looks like these are ready to fire their canister. My cavalry's chasing down. Oh yeah, he's going after the cannons. I think though it's a bit too little too late at that point. And he's going to be able to destroy my cannons.
Our men are running, sir.
But he might very well end up losing his dragoons. It says Barry. I wonder if... What could a Barry mean? Because Barry is not a very French name, is it? We got cannons coming in. I was wondering... The thing is, I was wondering what took him so long, because obviously he didn't cement the it wasn't a random cannonball. I decided to assassinate him. So I saw it in the last bit. I think maybe he was role playing. He's running his general back and forth, and I decided, because I mean we've been sitting here for the better part of 45 minutes. I was like, you know what? I have earned the privilege to assassinate your general. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And lo and behold, that is what happened. There we go. Victory. And here we are for the statistics of that battle. We can see that he deployed 3 times the troops. However, it should be said that most of that was militia, and we've seen how they performed, and we can see exactly through the statistics how they performed. Half his army was lost. Now, definitely would have liked it to be all of it, but we weren't able to pursue them. However, we were still able to kill a lot. When it came down to it, it really came down to me killing his general. That was the big thing. I think that it's hard to say. The thing is, the battle took like 45 minutes to complete. I was able quite quickly to realize that he wasn't going to push the beginning and like come from all sides and try and, take me that way, try and destroy me that way. And so I was able to slip out, and I slipped away to a preferable position with a huge hill, and then we sat there for the better, 30 minutes or so, probably even more, 35 minutes or whatever, just cannon dueling back and forth. And he was moving around. The thing was, he was never... I saw him kind of move around. He was looking for position where he moved over to the side of the map, trying to go that way up towards me. The thing is, once he lost that position, he was never going to be able to, get a better attack position than what he had at the start. I think that he would have probably done better if he'd come from kind of all sides. Even if, I started the timer pretty soon. But even with that, he could have still put, blocks so that split the army on each side. He could have the stronger units on one side, and then the weaker on the other, supported by the general, and then try to flat me by attacking both sides and not giving me time to deploy my troops properly, and being able to strike them that way. And the weird way, the odd way that my line was set up there in kind of this slope going through. But I was able to slip out, able to set up. At the final moment there, he made the mistake of running his general back and forth across the line in view of my cannons. A lucky cannon shot from one of my cannons as we aimed for him. A lucky shot got through him, destroyed the morale for the better part of his army, because most of these 3,000 were militia. Morale destroyed. At that point, the battle was basically over. And also the thing is, at that point, his charges and whatever, it all, just because it's taken so long for him to set up, I don't know what I would have done. I think what I would have done is I would have taken the gamble and attacked in the beginning, even though there's a very high chance as well, that because going in quickly like that with the militia, that militia would have cracked either way. But I think I've probably gone in immediately and try and attack that way. And just because of the surprise and the close proximity you get with, and the fact you're able to go on either side of your opponent. So I would have done that, and I think that would have done better. In this case, his general I had time to set up a nice line across a very nice ridge. I ended up, a lot of it is still being able to snipe the general. But once even if the general would have lived, his attack up the slopes into canister and musket fire with cavalry hiding behind him at that point, and cavalry just on the slope ready to go up and attack. One of the things throughout the battle, now I'm talking a lot here in the end, but one of the things that I was really worried about before I shot his general was that he would have taken the Barry Dragoons in a wide circle, ending up behind me, because I knew that those Dragoons, they were gonna win a fight against my cavalry. I would have probably needed to pull in 3 units or something like that to beat them, just because they're so good. So they sent off. This unit was the one that ended up going against them, which the Madrid Volunteers, not a great cavalry unit, but I think even if I'd send the smaller, I think there's a guard and my own, but I think that's just cavalry as well. So I'm very hesitant then, even if I'd pulled all my cavalry into that, on the Barrys coming up behind me. And also, even if I would have beaten him, if I would have beaten him with all my cavalry sent over there, because I wouldn't have risked it to send too little cavalry to destroy them, because having the Barrys, being able to win superior, because putting superior numbers against like 2 of my cavalry units, destroying them, and then being able to go after my infantry would have been a disaster, especially since we saw the attack formation coming across the field. But yeah, the thing is, like, in the heat of the moment, there's a lot of things all over the place. But yeah, so in what's it called? In a short recap, I would have probably attacked directly in the middle, or directly from the start, by splitting the army on either side. Main part of the battle is his general dying, and also I think his dragoons, they only sent away one of my cavalry units and they weren't properly deployed. I mean, they sent away the cannons also, but the cannons at that point really was this cannon, the cannon in the woods, that did most of the work, destroying his big attack column with grenadiers. They marched into two sprays of canister and got destroyed from that. But yeah, there we got that. Let's see if there's any room left in the episode for me to... actually, there's probably nothing left. This will be, I guess, just a small episode of how Francisco Mina managed to slip out of an ambush the French had set up for him. Not only that, but absolutely savage the French force after a lucky cannon shot. Right, and yeah, there's no moves to be made or anything, so I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!
Ordre bien reçu!